55th wedding anniversary, Heavenly, to my grandparents. They're in the picture. They got married today, 55 years ago, in 1969. Just because of the day, it had nothing to do with the fact that it was Halloween. It just had to do with the convenience of when everything kind of fell into place. So, to Nana and Papu, happy anniversary. I was hoping to kind of do a live tonight with a reflection of that. Last night when I was coming in to do the live with the paint pour stuff and show you how to make the jewelry, I did something to my knee on the way from going to grab a bottle of water and bring it through here. And I felt it then, and I was like, okay, well, it'll work itself out, you know. I sat down, enjoyed the live tremendously, showing you guys how to paint pour with how to make the jewelry out of the skins from the paint pour. When I got up, the pain was excruciating. I don't quite know what I have done to my knee. I'm on crutches. That's my Halloween accessory today, is crutches. I didn't sleep the greatest, so I'm really, really tired, and pain in itself will make you tired. So this girl is not doing much other than icing and resting and elevating, laying down, thankfully, for the most part, is not painful, which I'm grateful for. But I'm just uncomfortable because it's just sore. The real pain hurts when I get up. We have a shower chair, thankfully, for Josh. And so I was very thankful for that last night and this morning so I could go have a shower. My mom's been just so helpful. Last night I was like, Mom, can you go get me some cream of wheat? And she made me some cream of wheat and helped me bring my coffee in this morning and so forth. So, and Josh went to the store and got lentil soup, you know, and progressive lentil soup. And if you put that and a hot dog in it and some cheese and a little bit of like balsamic vinegar or apple cider vinegar in it, it's delicious. And I'm like, that's the only thing that sounds good. I'm going to have some popcorn. These are great. I'm not sponsored by Skinny Pop or Progressive, but I can be. Or we can be, I should say. So I thought I would hop on just to let you all kind of know what was going on. I was just, by the time last night hit, I was just in tears. It seems like it's getting a little bit better, so I'm not going to go have it checked because I don't think they're going to find anything yet. It is the knee that I always have trouble with. And I'm going to kind of see what tomorrow brings. I don't know whether just resting it today is going to make it better. And I can't put much weight. So what little weight I can tolerate, I'm doing, because I can't, use the crutches and not at least have some weight on it. I can't fully put it on it. It's too hard. So I'm not doing much other than just in bed. I'm going to watch Dallas. I've got some stuff and some soap caddies to do, so that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, I was really hoping to do a live stream, kind of in a way of honoring my grandparents tonight and watching their struggles, and I will do that because my grandmother and my grandfather's story is pretty amazing when I look at it and think to myself how much my grandmother went through for my grandfather. It was a true love story in its sense, having multiple sclerosis, caring, giving for him in the way that she did, and loving him through all of the things. And so it's a great story to tell, and that's what we'll go ahead and do one time when I'm not sitting here with a knee that is not particularly working in my favor today. We're going to, so we'll do that at one point. We'll sit down and have that conversation. It's kind of a raining, windy day out, which means some of the leaves are falling off the trees. It's very windy. It was very windy yesterday. It's why I didn't do it outside with the little paint pour things. And it almost feels like it's like 7 o'clock at night here, even though I've got the window open because otherwise it will look so dark. So I'm going to have a little bit of a snack and take some medicine to help the pain. And I'm just alternating heat and ice. And Josh has a knee brace, so I'll put that on if I feel I need it. And we'll see what we're going to. We'll see. My mom's like, do you think you need to go to the hospital and have it looked at? I'm like, I don't think so yet. We'll see where I'm sitting with it tomorrow. And we'll go from there. So your prayers are certainly needed because this is no fun. I don't like this. This is not something that I enjoy. Asking for help or being put in this position. I do have to, as a fibromyalgia patient, ask for help and doing stuff, but I don't necessarily like to. Like the towels had to be done today, and I'd asked my mom help because I can't do anything other than just if I'm going to get up and walk to the kitchen and get something, then I'm walking to the kitchen, I'm getting something, and somebody's carrying it for me because I need all the support of the crutches to be able to walk. So we'll see. We'll see where I'm sitting in the next little bit. I just don't feel like the need to rush off to the emergency room and have it looked at yet. It kind of feels like it's starting to get a little bit better, and we'll just hope that that's where it kind of goes in and the direction it goes in. So I'm looking outside. Beautiful, beautiful day just to look outside, and it's kind of just fallish kind of weather, very windy. And that's where I'm going to stay. So I'm going to be a good girl. I don't like always having to, but I'm going to. So I wish everybody a happy day today. I know some cities have did their trick or treat on Saturday. I've got to get the video because I'm going to put it up one time of Christina when she was a little girl, and it was so cute watching her just dressed in that little poodle skirt, just running over thinking if she just took my mother's hand. Hi, Makers, how are you? Our Matrix. Took it to the window, took it to the door. I'm not doing so hot. I did something to my knee last night before I went on live, and then my Halloween accessory is crutches today because I literally cannot put any weight on my knee. I am not, I just have to ice it and rest it and ask for help, which is not easy. Hi, Milo, how are you? And I'll just never forget my daughter thinking if she took my mother's hand and she took her to the door, she said candy. She said, children, candy, come. And she took her by the door and just sat, welcome. She took her to the door and just stood there that the kids were going to come. And it was just so cute. This little 2-year-old going, candy, children, candy. And it was so, so cute. She was dressed in this little poodle skirt. If I can ever get that in a way of being able to put it up in a short, it would be really kind of funny. So, I'm really sorry, Matrix. One's for you. I hope that you feel better and get whatever it is, whatever's going on to feel better. I don't feel like I need to rush off to the. My mother's going to get blown away out there with Mocha. Well, you can talk within the chat. I am talking to you, and I appreciate you, and welcome in. This is not a channel of crochet. It's a channel of connection. I'm just watching my mom for a minute outside. A channel of connection and support. I do crochet as a way of dealing with chronic pain. I deal with fibromyalgia on a daily basis, so I use crochet as a way of doing that. I'm from Ohio, and I do that and I use that. Hi, Yarn Buff. How are you? I don't know why that's that. Should be there. How are you doing? So I just use it as a way of connecting and support. I'm just watching my mom. It is so windy, guys, outside. And my mom's coat is like going all over the place. And Mocha's sniffing around like crazy. We have a dog and she's out there. Yeah, it's on the top of the screen if you're on the phone. And so I'm doing what I need to do today, which is just resting and putting my knee up, and it's a bunch of fun today. So I wanted to spend Halloween, that's for sure. Hi, Misha, how are you? Oh, I'm so sorry, hon. I'll be praying. I did something to my knee last night, Misha. I don't know what I did, but I can barely put weight on it today. So I'm doing the good girl thing and I'm resting and I'm doing self-care today. I'm okay. I'm really tired, and pain will do that when you're dealing with chronic pain on a whole. It will do that for you in itself, but I'm dealing with this on top. When I add a new pain into my life, it's like, no, I don't want to deal with it. So I'm okay. I'm just really tired. And the pain is there, and so I've got my box of yarn, and I'm going to be finishing up watching the rest of Dallas. I've got like 2 seasons left. And I've got crochet projects. I'm probably going to take a nap in a little bit because what I feel like I need. I don't know what I did. All I was doing was walking, and I was like, yep, it decided to kick in real bad after I got off the live last night. Well, you take care of yourself too, Misha, because we need you around. Everyone is doing live today, so I've been hopping from chat to chat trying to show everybody some support. That's wonderful. So glad people are doing lives today. My mom, Christina, was invited to a Christmas party, and her husband, or Christmas party, Halloween party, and her husband can't go, so my mom's going to drive down and go take Christina and go. I'd love to be able to go, but I don't think that would be a good idea. Not with my knee. I think I'm going to allow it to do what it needs to do, so maybe I can avoid having to go to the hospital and have it looked at tomorrow. If I feel like it's not getting better, I'm going to be doing that. Like I said, I can get up. I can lay down, and it's sore, but it's not painful. But the minute I get up and try to extend my knee and put weight on it, it's like, it's a 10. I mean, it is so painful. The tears just start running down my face. It's getting up is just like, I think I'd pay for anybody to get up for me, because it's just excruciating. I don't know if I hyperextended my knee when I was walking. I don't know what I did, but when I have to put it down and then get up and extend my knee, it's like, oh my gosh, it's painful. So I had talked to people about coming live today and talking about my grandparents, because it would have been their 55th wedding anniversary. And it's a pretty amazing story how my grandmother, this was her third husband, and she found the love of her life, and she took care of him. Their relationship was amazing. And she took care of him and loved him and everything. And it was such a wonderful story of when we get into, being married to somebody in today's world, people sit there and they'll go, well, I don't feel the same about you today. And they walk away from it. And that's what my grandfather's first wife did. And it's not what my grandmother did. My grandmother stuck through a lot and took care of him and loved him. And It's a true love story to have watched them over the years. Just, they were so good for each other. And when my grandfather was not supposed to be, as a MS patient, nurses would come in and find him so well taken care of. I mean, every little mark was looked at, and he was just taken care of with such love that he lived a lot longer than probably what he should have lived as a multiple sclerosis patient. And it was just amazing. And he was not my biological grandfather, but I don't think I realized till after he was gone how lucky I was. I was his only grandchild, and he was an amazing man. Some days when I'm sore and I'm hurting, he is my inspiration to go, okay, Papu, you had to wait to get up. You had to get up by a lift. And you didn't always, when you get a multiple sclerosis patient up that is, below the neck, unable to move, you would think they'd just be dead weight. Well, they're not. They go into what is called, they go into muscle spasms, and they'll straighten out probably as flat as a board. And it's painful. And yet he got up, he had his breakfast, he would watch me in the pool for hours, just enjoying me and enjoying watching me have fun. And he made me, he wanted to make your day. He wanted to make you smile. He wanted to laugh. He had the greatest laugh in the world. He loved to laugh, and his whole body would laugh. And sometimes he would slip down in his wheelchair, and you would just see him in pain. And I think he was always thinking of other people. And I'm like, Papu, if you could get up, I can get up and I can get through my day. So Papu is grandfather in Greek. My grandmother, because I was like 2 years old, and he never thought he'd be a grandfather, but he was through, my mom, who was his stepdaughter. And I couldn't say, he was just say grandpa, and I could not get grandpa out. And he said, say grandpa, and I couldn't do it. And so he said, well, say papu. And I said, papu. And he said, well, then I'm a papu, which is grandfather in Greek. Now, papu li is little grandfather, okay? So papu li is little grandfather. And that was what my uncle was called by his grandchildren, papu li, which is a little grandfather. And so I was called him papu. Well, in Greek, grandmother is yaya, which my daughter calls my husband's mother, yaya. But in my grandmother's case, she's this Scottish person marrying into, my mother's father was Greek, and so was my papu was Greek. So she married into two Greek families. And she said, in my case, she said, it would come out yo-yo. She said, so I'll be a nana. So that was the Scottish root of my heritage. And then I had the Greek part. Like when I used to come in to my grandfather's house, I so wish, and it wasn't prevalent back then to do bilingual high adventures. Bilingual was not something, but he very could, because he was fluent in Greek, teach me Greek, and I wish he had. But he'd come in the house, or I'd come in the house, and he taught me how to say this, and so I'd come in the house and say Yasu or Opa, which is a celebration in Greek, and so I go in and I say Yasu Papu Tikanis, and Tikanis is how are you? So, and he would respond back in the way that Greek. That's about all I can remember. I can say a lot of the food in Greek. Like, to me, comfort food is Greek food. It's like, that's my comfort food, is moussaka, pasticcio. And when we used to drive into the garage, there used to be a sign, and I've got to get it one time. And it used to say, you bet your baklava. I'm Greek. I can say baklava very good, very well, in the sense that you got the tongue going. So I think I probably, if I could ever do it, learn how to speak Greek, I'd love to, because it's my heritage. My great grandfather came from a small Greek, You've never had Greek food, Matrix? Oh my gosh, you're missing out. And if I didn't read all the comments, I'm sorry. I have to go back. Oh my gosh. You have a great day. Hi, Mimi's Place. How are you? And Yarn Buff said, my mom passed away on 11/1, and she held up the whole Halloween parade in Linden, New Jersey, because we were waiting for the coroner to come and get her. We lived right on the main drag. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, hon. So, yeah. Yeah. Call Marty's. Hi, living my best life. Baklava is delicious. Another thing that's not something, when we go to, we love going to the Greek festival here in where we live. We go to the Greek festival. And they have something that they make hot, hot, and they fry up, and it's called loukamatas. And let me tell you, they are covered in, well, if you had a gyro, then you've had some Greek food. Loukamatas are like little pastry, they're like little honey balls is what they are. And they're fried up, and they're coated in this honey syrup. Oh my gosh. Honey syrup kind of thing. And they're absolutely delicious. And sometimes they'll sprinkle powdered sugar on them, or they'll sprinkle cinnamon sugar. And they're called loukamatas. Moussaka. Sorry, guys. Moussaka, if I remember correctly, moussaka is kind of like, I think is the moussaka with the, I think the pasticcio is with the potato, and the moussaka is with the eggplant. And that's like a Greek lasagna. But moussaka and pasticcio, love both of them. Their lamb shanks, we used to have lamb for Easter, is absolutely delicious. But if you go to a Greek festival and they have loukamatas, do yourself a favor. Have loukamatas fresh from the fryer. Oh my goodness. They're like, oh, I have to learn how to make loukamatas. And one thing that my daughter wants me to make, yeah, moussaka with the eggplant. I love moussaka. And I like the grape leaves. You hated them. I love the moussaka. There's a gentleman that runs the Greek restaurant here locally, and he helps. Yeah, Damadas. He helps with the food for the Greek festival. And Christina wants me to make lalagias, and lalagias are, excuse me. All it is flour, yeast, and salt. That's all it is. And it just goes, you put it in, you rise the dough, and then you cook it in like peanut oil or vegetable oil. I'm going to try mine next time in vegetable oil, because it seemed a little bit too heavy in the peanut oil this time around. But anyway, you make them and you fry them up. You will never have better pretzels than having lalagias. Delicious. They are delicious. And we used to have that. We knew when my grandmother was going to make it, but it's about a 3-hour process, because you're bringing up the dough, and you're punching it down, then you're bringing it back up, and you're punching it down. Yeah, I could never have the octolemical soup. We used to have the octolemical soup before, which is it's a lemon chicken soup is what it is. We used to have that Christmas Eve. However, I can have egg whites in small amounts. Like I can have egg salad, I can have a hard-boiled egg. I can have fried eggs and stuff like that. I can't have egg whites in the quantity of angel food cake or like octolentil soup, because there is tons of egg whites in that. And so I can't have that. So I could never have that for Christmas Eve. We used to come over to my grandmother's house and grandparents' house and she lived on a cul-de-sac, and the clusters usually used to take these bags, the lunch bags, and fill them with sand. I used to fill them with sand and put a candle in them, and we used to put them around the cul-de-sac, right? And we used to light them. And we used to come over and we used to have octolentil soup my grandmother would make. And because I was highly allergic to egg whites in mass doses, like angel food cake and octolentil soup and stuff, like 10, 12 egg whites at once, I just couldn't do. I can't do meringues or anything like that. I always was able to order whatever I wanted, which it was like either Chinese food. There was a Chinese place that wasn't far that we like 10 minutes away that we loved. So I could order my Chinese food, I could order pizza, I could order whatever I wanted to. I could order because I couldn't have it. Everybody around the table would have the octolentil soup and I couldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. So, but I've heard, I think I tried it once and then I started sneezing a lot. So I was like, no, it's not going to work. So it's good. Oh, yes, and another thing that's good is if you make it, and I'll make it one time, it's, when I used to make it a lot, it's tzatziki, and it's very simple to make. Now with the Greek yogurt, you don't have to drain the Greek yogurt. They didn't have the Greek yogurt when I was doing it. My grandfather used to love tzatziki. And it's a very simple recipe. I'll have to do that one time now that I think about it. It's my version of tzatziki. It's a cucumber dip, but it's great to be able to put on crackers or vegetables or whatever. And, excuse me. I thought for New Year's Eve, now I've put up a live for New Year's Eve when it turns New Year's Eve, but it may be this kind of live where we just do it through YouTube so I can show you all, or at least do a video of thinking about maybe trying to think about doing like a snacks for your New Year's Eve party. Just do a bunch of snacks and let people choose what they want to have and have them all over. But I should try to make moussaka. I think I made it once. But anyway, I thought I'd come on, just kind of let you all know what was going on, give you a little bit of my grandparents. My grandmother was a tough, very strong woman, a Scottish woman. My grandfather was just a delightful man. I think to myself, what a blessing that I was to be able to call his granddaughter. And I miss my papu so much. And I know when I see him again, he'll be walking and he'll be just it'll be amazing to be able to see him whole and healed and everything. But he always was thinking of other people. He was a delightful, delightful man. And I'm so blessed that I got to be their granddaughter. So love the people that you're surrounded by. Have a safe. Hi, Stitch, and how are you? Hi, Crocheting, how are you? Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I have a bin here of my, this is all my craft, or my crochet yarn. And all my, I've got a bin full of my, because I use Hobby Lobby's things for, this is for our soap caddies, and our soap caddy supply is a little low, so I've got to get busy with it. So that's what's on tap for today, is getting it. If everything goes well, I'm intending for us to go to, if my knee improves, to go to Kingwood Center on Monday. And if that does, I think I probably will still try to do a live this weekend to tell you a little bit about who the gentleman is behind Kingwood. It's a place here in near where we live. So if I have the opportunity to, I will do a little bit of a historical live on who he is, so that when we go to Kingwood Center, you guys have an idea of who it is behind the man behind Kingwood. So I thought I would see if I can put that together and try to do that, so that when we go there, you guys have some idea. It will all depend if I can walk without the use of crutches by then. So have a safe Halloween. Thank you for stopping in today and just letting me go down memory lane a little bit. And remember those special times with my grandfather and my grandmother, and wish them a happy heavenly anniversary. I know they're celebrating tremendously together. Maybe they're having some baklava, right? And so forth. So have a great day. Thanks everybody for hopping on in. Remember, stay connected. Everyone, stay connected. You all, just be praying this knee gets better, because I'm done. Pain level wise, I'm done. But I'll get through it, one step at a time. Right? Yasu, yes, Yasu, Yasu. So have a great day. Stay connected, y'all. Thank you for having us covered. We've got you covered. And remember, be so proud of being yourself, because everyone else is taken. I will see you all on the next one. And again, well, I hope you feel better. I'll try to put that together so you guys have an idea of who Kingwood, the gentleman behind Kingwood Center, is. Just in case we do go Monday, you'll have an idea of a little bit of who he is, because he was kind of important in the town where we live in. So I'll try to put that together. But guess what? Soap caddies today are on the books, and that's what's going to happen today. So have a great day, y'all. Thanks for stopping in. Take care. Bye-bye, y'all.